This is Susan Wilbanks with blendedinsight.com. I am a holistic and integrative healing arts practitioner, an intuitive, and an energy healer. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and suggestions that have helped me along my path in hopes of inspiring and helping you along yours. Let's get started with today's podcast topic.
Hello, bright soul. Thank you so much for joining me on another beautiful day. I want to start out by sending my sincere gratitude to all of you for your kind support, your feedback, your donations. For those of you who have chosen to join our High Vibe Lightworker tribe over on Patreon, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Have to start off with that. And I'm going to go right into the topic for today. And this is because you have the answers. And I know people don't want to hear that, including myself, when I'm going through something and I feel like it's foggy, I can't see. I know deep within my higher soul is with me. Otherwise, I wouldn't still be breathing. And what is your higher soul? It's not something better than you. It's just your elevated consciousness. Your elevated consciousness that hovers above your physical body, breathes life into your body, but your body is in the physical form in this dense atmosphere, this dense environment, came here to experience things that you can only experience in this dense body, but it's never disconnected from you. It's just us getting inundated and stuck in the stagnation of everyday life here on earth, and we disconnect from it. That is the importance of daily stillness. When you get still, you can hear. Because if you're chaotic and you're disconnected, it's very difficult. It's like the connection is moving through mud and it gets really tough. So this is why I always harp on physical exercise, breath work, and your meditation practice. Energy healing is tremendously important for this. And this is why I created this channel to talk about the benefits of all of these things and how simple they are. I'm not saying they're easy, but they're simple. And the reason I say it's not necessarily easy is because you've got to create time and prioritize it. And we're in a day and age where everything is grabbing for your attention. So it has to be a priority. If you don't prioritize it and set aside time, oftentimes it will just get pushed to the side. The other piece of this is when you are creating your life from an honoring perspective, self-honoring, spirit-honoring, where you are living in energetic integrity with yourself, with those around you, when you're living authentically, when you're focusing on what really, really matters, when you don't prioritize this, it starts to feel really, really inauthentic and off. And I know this from my own personal experience. So the longer I've been on this path, the longer it just becomes second nature. And it's a part of my routine. It's a part of my daily habit. And I must do it. Recently, I had connected with someone who was trying to get me to not go to the gym, to do something with him. And I just busted out laughing. I said, I would never be with someone who discourages me from the very routines that are absolutely critical to my overall well-being. I would never be with someone like that. I would be with someone who encourages me and accepts the fact that this is a part of my daily routine. It is no different than getting up and brushing my teeth or getting adequate sleep. All of these things make me who I am, and it helps me to embody my very purpose that I came here to embody and to express. And so I've gotten really good about boundaries regarding my routine, who I am, and time. It's not from a rigid place. Now, if something came up and I couldn't go, that's one thing. But when someone from the very beginning is already having an intention to take you away from the very things that make you who you are and who ground you, you know right away, first of all, there's a codependent pattern there that's incredibly unhealthy, which there were other things. That was the first thing. And then there were a couple more things. I'm like, okay, I know the pattern of codependency, which is when you outsource your well-being to another person. And that person now holds all of the cards and the responsibility for making you feel okay. No thanks. Am not interested. And the other thing I wanted to say is when you are on this path, it's not that you don't encounter people who are not a vibrational match. It's that you say no quicker to people who are not a vibrational match. Because I have noticed that things are often a test to see, are you now noticing that? Can I trust you to give you more? Are you ready for more? Can you turn away those things that are not in alignment so that you can step more quickly into what is in alignment? And so I also wanted to say that part of trusting yourself is keeping your commitments to yourself and keeping your commitments to the path that you have chosen. Because at the end of the day, when your soul leaves this body, you go back to the very source that's been speaking to you, feeding you, encouraging you, energizing you the whole time. A part of you is expressed in this body. The higher being source is hovering over your body. So the way I see this is I have to be in integrity with my spiritual nature, my spiritual self, with source, with God, with creator, whatever you want to call it. That's the first thing. And I want to align with people who live that same way, because especially over these last couple of years, and I feel like I say it almost every week, it has gotten really sticky. So it's the cleaner gets cleaner and the dirtier gets dirtier is what I notice. And I don't mean that in a judgmental way. I mean that in a vibrational way. People that have a lot of clutter and chaos in their energy field and in their life have the tendency to increase that. Those who are trying to clear away and keep themselves clean and pristine, we have also increased that. So it's this really noticeable divide. So when I mix in with someone who is chaotic and cluttered, I have to really pay attention because I can notice it starting to affect me. Our energies blend. That's what cords are. That's how we connect with one another. It's energy cords. And there is no way to stop the cords. That's how we connect because we're energetic beings. We're just expressed in a physical body, but we're energetic beings. So that's why spiritual hygiene is so important. So the other thing I wanted to share with you was this connection practice. And I think it's really, really sweet. It's a lot like meditation on twin hearts. And I know a lot of you don't do meditation on twin hearts. It's a pranic healing practice, or maybe you don't have time. Although there is a shortened one on YouTube that someone put out. But this is a quick coherence technique, and it gives you a heart brain insight. And it is from a connection practice that I saw, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is just like twin hearts. It's very, very close. But you can ask yourself for an insight or what you need to know during this practice. So if you can uncross your arms and legs. We're going to do this practice before we do our healing. I thought it would be really nice to drop in, especially if there is a part of yourself that knows and you're ignoring that. We've all been there. I've been there. But you've got to trust yourself because guess what? It's not your lower self, it's your higher self. That's why you got to tap in and get really good at listening to that intuition because that is the part that knows. It always knows. It knew before you came in the body and it's going to know when you leave the body. So go ahead and uncross your arms and legs and we will start this practice. So you can just start breathing, focus on your heart area. Focus your attention on the area around your heart in the center of your chest. Breathe deeply but normally, as if your breath is coming in and out of the heart area and through the heart area. As you maintain your heart focus and heart breathing, activate a positive feeling by bringing to mind a person, place, or thing that brings a smile to your face. Ask yourself what you need to know and listen for the insight. Decide how you will act on your insight and set an intention. And we thank our higher selves for this moment, for speaking to us. And you can come back into your normal waking consciousness. And so it is. All right, as simple as that was, I think it's very powerful and I think it can help you to just drop in because oftentimes that's all we need is just a moment to drop in. And sometimes we need things to orchestrate us to do it, otherwise we won't do it on our own. So with that, I want to go into a healing to help you just anchor that in even further, clear away any chaos, and we'll end with a beautiful, beautiful meditation. So you can once again uncross your arms and legs, focus on your heart, breathe into your heart, and I will turn the healing on. Okay, and so it is. Friends, I thank you so much and appreciate you more than I can ever truly express. And if you want to learn about breathwork, you can check the link in the show notes, Pause Breathwork. And as always, you have an open invitation to join our High Vibe Lightworker tribe over on Patreon. And I want to wish you the most beautiful week. Take care. Bye-bye.